Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm the RNGenius, but you may call me Eric, and in the last episode we ended up fulfilling our quest with Bridget. Bridget wanted to know what's up with Alan, and we checked up on it. Turns out Alan has been, well, Alan has had his confidence shattered by Patrick, and he's always had a little bit of a weak personality in the regard that he was always looking up to Bridget and always was striving to be as good as her, but she was always better, and he's done everything he can to get them to be on equal standing, and he's also kind of into her. So yeah, we solved that issue by fighting the archaism with him, and that was fun. That was good. Heinrich, you don't want to talk to me. Fine. I don't want to talk to you either. Just to make that perfectly clear. Just to make that perfectly clear. Alright. This time I'll look carefully. I have to. Even though we already talked to Celine, but I'll look carefully anyways. You never know what you're gonna miss. You never know. Anyone in the classroom? No. Are you looking for Highbell? He went into town. Said he wanted to get stuff prepared for our performance. Meanwhile, I'm holding down the fort here and getting some practice in. Bridgie couldn't concentrate, so she went home for the day. I hope everything's okay. Musical performances are just one of the things that the summer festival's famous for. The local music academy sends out a group to play there every year. Maybe this year it'll be... something the matter? Nah, I just remembered, I was just remembering how I'd go and watch them every year. I guess there's still a part of me that wishes I could go this year too. I just need to stop thinking about the summer festival for now. Right now, I should just be focusing on our next field study and my upcoming performance at the church. Margarita's cookie dough has a rather disquieting smell. I hope she didn't use expired ingredients. I was hoping to bring this to her attention, but she seems to have run off somewhere once again. Oh, Margarita, where could you have gone? Kirsch's. She's enjoying a coffee at Kirsch's. I'm Dollar's Summer Festival's just around the corner, isn't it? It's a shame that I won't be able to make it this year. They usually have some cheap, tasty food available at their food stalls. You really want that cheap food, though? I've always enjoyed food from festivals' food stalls. It has a certain charm that gourmet dishes can't quite match. I wonder what sorts of treats they'll have on offer this year. Well, you are right about that. This isn't good. This isn't any good either. I think this might be my first slump in a while. It always seems to happen with the changing of the seasons. Slumps are a natural occurrence for those called upon to create art. Whenever you face one, the best cure is to work without thinking. Just keep working until you break free. Jeez, I mean, that would be good thinking if you at least made like a tiny bit of progress, though. Like a tiny bit. Slumps are a natural occurrence. The computer room is locked. Oh, Thomas. Good day, Schwarzer. I would love to stay and talk, but I'm afraid I'm scheduled to leave soon. I need to pay a visit to the Imperial Army on my way back too. There's nothing easy about being regarded as a famous general. He seems to be rather busy. I would love to stay and talk, but I'm afraid I'm scheduled to leave soon. I leave the old schoolhouse's investigation in your hands. There's no better time to enjoy a nice cold beer than when it's toasty out. I mean, aside from the rest of the year. Wowzers, I think I was channeling Instructor Sarah for a second there. The point still stands, though. Perhaps I'll take another stab at inviting Neidhart along for a drink. I'd like to invite Instructor Sarah too, but she just seems so busy lately. Oh well, today can just be a manly guys-only drinking day. I've got something for you. How about some black liquid? Oh my, I've never seen a dish quite like this before. Thank you for your continued support of my research. Here's a little gift in exchange. I hope it helps you like you've helped me. It is so worthless. I don't want those. I don't want those. I never run out of EP. I never. Oh, hello there. Are you going to see Fee? She's sleeping right over there. Oh, hello there. Really? You're just taking a nap? Looks like she's sleeping. Well, I'd rather have her sleep here than outside. Should I watch over her for a while? Ooh, that ain't creepy at all. That ain't creepy at all. Just sitting next to her while she's sleeping. I mean, now think about it. I imagine that the summer sun has you all hoping for a vacation. I'm sorry to say that this academy matches the military policy for policy. The military policy for policy, and neither one gets a summer break. I know that sounds a little harsh, but please don't let it bring you down. By the way, I don't get one either, so you don't have any reason to complain. The noble students will be able to return home in August. They say that this is to learn to manage their respective family territories, but it's essentially their summer vacation. Right. I'm hardly fit to call myself a lady. All it takes is the sight of Elisa's face to make me lose composure and fly into a rage. Worry not, my sweet sister. An unrequited desire to become friends, the flames of said desire burning you up inside. This is a situation we all must face at some point in our lives. What? You cannot honestly believe I would wish to be friends with the likes of her? Are you right in the head, my brother? What would ever make you think that? Complete and utter foolishness! While this may come as a shock, even your beloved brother has faced this challenge. In my life, I've met many beautiful women whom I have been tragically unable to get on to friendly terms with. Ah. As harsh as Lady Ferris can be with Master Vincent, she does in fact rely upon him. And Master Vincent, in turn, is always willing to lend an ear to her worries and concerns. They truly make for wonderful siblings. Master Vincent is always willing to lend Lady Ferris a shoulder to cry on. They truly make for wonderful siblings. Wondering what I'm doing out here? Well, here's a little lesson for you. When you're outside, the wind lowers your body temperature. This wind chill, as it's called, makes you feel colder. Basically, it's better to be outside than in on hot days, except if there's air conditioning. But there isn't, so it might look like I'm slacking off, but I'm just cooling down. Some people would say relaxing outside is the very definition of slacking off. It's too hot to even try to read through any of these papers without air conditioning. Good lord, I wish I could invent it, but I can't. Worse yet, I've got to keep an eye on Mint too. I don't know where she went though. I'm getting too old for this. I don't think he is that old. I don't know though. Are you guys hanging out again? No, Bike is gone. Ah, Bike is inside. Where is Crow? Hey Angie, what are your plans for the summer festival? Heard your dad told you to attend the garden party this year. He'd be a fool to assume that I'd ever go along with that. There's no way I'm wasting my time wearing a frilly dress and hobnobbing on those high society idiots. Hitting the stalls with you and TloH would be 1,000,000 times more fun. That's the Angie I know. The academy's closed during Heimdallr's summer festival. Can't say I'd say no to joining everyone for a stroll around the food stalls. I have absolutely no intention of obeying my father and attending the stupid garden party, but I'm pretty curious about the rumors that Princess Alphine might be attending. She's known as one of the Empire's greatest treasures for a reason. She's like a little angel. I have absolutely no intention of obeying my father. Jesus. How about you let me synthesize some quartzes? What do you think about fortune? What you thinking about Fortuna? That ain't that terribly expensive at all. I was expecting way worse. Apart from that, I don't need any of your help. Well, let's look at slots. Elliot is not doing so hot. That's a water slot. Easy. Easy money. Ugh. Think about it. Easy money. Sure. Do 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 do. Easy peasy. Alright, so only Elliot is missing 2 slots. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. What does this one do? Offensive arts deal critical damage. Sounds cool, honestly. I want to try it out. Elliot is rocking the healing one right now. 30% chance to crit. Do 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 do. The healing one allows for you to cast a ton of healing arts, isn't that right? I should check your orbment. Cannon is still at level 2, yeah. Tiara, Aqua, Bleed, and Tiara. That sucks. But you are gonna get access to Tyrol and Athelas that heals to full. So it might be worth keeping. But it's extremely defensive. But who knows what else happens. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm not so sold on this. Not particularly sold on that at all. Do 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 do. Strength up is a real good start. This is a fantastic Master Quartz in my opinion. 13,000 experience on that Falco, huh? What do you mean you're almost to level 4? Oh my god! Do 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 do. This might be the best quartz I have access to with Chrono Drive, speed up to begin the thing with. Man, ridiculous. Do 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 do. I guess. Ares is much more powerful than Mirage, but we don't know what the other abilities on this Mirage Quartz are. Who knows? Who knows? Before I forget, I will get my get the Luck Quartz that I intended to trade in at Mix. That's why I synthesized those 3 Fortuna Quartzes. Because I can make luck out of it, can't I? Please tell me that's true. Please tell me I didn't need Fortuna Plus. Or the Star Fortuna one. Pretty please. Do 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 do. Luck. There you are. Nope. Normal ones. Heyo. Okay. I do like me my item drops, okay? I do like me my item drops. And I don't think I would get my hands on a second luck quartz any other way. It's cool that you can just synthesize those, though. Okay, we left off at the engineering shop. And now we're gonna make our way over to the old schoolhouse and look at things there. Hey, you! Patrick. Oh, hey Patrick. I see you're hard at work again as the student council's errand boy. Though I can hardly imagine a more fitting role for the ringleader of a class of misfits. He almost seemed kinda down after last month, like he regretted what he said. But it looks like we're back to the old Patrick again. Well, what are you smiling about? I hope you're not expecting an apology for what I said last month, because if so, you'll be waiting a long time. I admit, losing my composure like that wasn't befitting of my status as a member of the nobility, but yeah, I get it. I don't feel bent out of shape or anything, so let's just put it behind us, okay? Trying to feign nonchalance, are you? Always have to be the cool one, don't you, Schwarzer? No matter. I'll leave you to take care of whatever menial chores you've been saddled with today. But I have no intention of letting you get the better of me again in the classroom or in combat. So be ready. Yeah, nice day to you too. What was that all about? I guess that means he really has been dwelling on what happened last month this whole time. Maybe he's not half bad after all. Yeah, but what if he is, though? What if he is? There's a bell up there. I didn't even see that bell before. Cool beans. But there's no one to talk to down here. These flowers are growing little by little. Although we mainly focus on flowers here, we also grow a few vegetables. My personal favorites are these acerbic tomatoes. Few things taste better than a big, bitter bite of tomato. Eating them is a great way to beat the summer heat, too. Is there anything acerbic tomatoes can't do? Have you ever seen an acerbic tomartian? You probably wouldn't eat those. I'm not all that interested in the summer festival, to be honest. I'll tell you what I am interested in, though. Lamare's annual angling festival. I hope I get to go again this year. Never really gotten the whole parade thing. You're just standing around watching people walk by. Now, if it was a parade of rare fish. I like you. I don't understand the first thing about fishing, but I like you. So, where'd Patrick go? Don't worry, Patrick. I'm not going to lecture you about not skipping practice this time. Instead, what would you say to a little fight against me? Oh, I can't imagine that would be a problem. Though I should warn you that I don't hold back even against anyone, not even women. By all means, give me everything you've got. It'll be that much more educational when I crush you. What? I guess I've got to go all out for the first time in a while. That came as something of a shock, but she is a mere lady and barely qualifies as our captain. I should hold back somewhat to ensure her safety. Yeah, good lord, he's gonna go home a beaten man. Go easy on him, Friedel. Friedel finally got fed up with Patrick's bullshit, so I had to find him and drag him right into the danger zone. Trust me when I say this, you do not want to get onto Friedel's bad side. Rest in peace, Patrick. Friedel's finally got fed up on Patrick's bullshit. Rest in pieces. Planning on staying late again, Monica? I get that you want to improve and all, but I can't see pushing yourself like this ending well. This is the only way I'll ever be able to get onto Laura's level. And I'm not going to stop until that happens. Monica. If I want to be friends with Laura, I need to focus on making us equals. I won't stop pushing myself until that day comes. I go on about a lot about how awesome Klein and Laura are, but Monica's really getting up there too. At this rate, everybody's gonna show me up. I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm curious about Laura and Monica, but I need to stay focused on tutoring Emal this evening. I guess I've just got to wait and see how things turn out for them. So, I very rarely find myself just floating in the water like that, so what are you up to? Really focusing on my swimming has proven a good way to rid my mind of unwanted thoughts. Now, for one more set. Swimming puts me at ease. When I'm in the water, all my superfluous thoughts just seem to melt away. Now for one more set. Well, the next exploration party is probably going to consist of Rean, Laura, Elliot, and I don't know, it might be Fee again. Yeah, Fee and Laura are probably going to be on the next one together as well, with Rean though. So Fee, Rean, Laura, Elliot. Eustace is likely. Gaius isn't. Marcius isn't. Emma isn't either. They wouldn't put me into... There's too many story bits to uncover there. I don't know. I don't know who the fifth party member would be. Maybe it's just those four. Paula's making progress, slowly but steadily. It won't be long now before she can finally ride about on her own. That means the day we can all race along in the highway together is drawing near. I eagerly await that day when we can all ride along together on the highway. Well, I say together, but naturally, Whitcomb and I would lead the pack. But this really does feel great. I'm not quite confident enough to try riding on my own yet, though. But don't worry, I'll be soon enough. As fun as this is, I want to be able to ride as fast as Lambert and chooses. It won't take me long, though. I just need to keep practicing. That is some dedication. You know, if people in real life were that dedicated, I don't know where I would find my place in the world. Usually I'm a pretty dedicated person when it comes to real life, but everybody around me, like every time I look at them, they just seem to be slacking off. Every time. It doesn't matter in which situation. Usually they're slacking. The auditorium doors are locked. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. Emperor Dracos has been the definition of what heroes should be, but since before I was born, before even I was born, I guess that's what happens when you're a guy who brings a five-year war to an end. It would be nice to see a hero like that come out of this academy someday. There's an impressive statue of Emperor Dracos right in front of the Imperial Palace in Heimdall. You should take a gander if you get the chance. Ah, I saw that one. You there! Button up that shirt! It may be summer, but only simpletons use that as an excuse to look sloppy. Sorry, he's even stricter than usual today, and I'm not even wearing a shirt, I'm wearing a jacket. Free days are absolutely not days off, and you are not to treat them as such. Understood? Yeah, good lord, calm down. You're screaming like a madman. You're way too loud, sir. Talking about myself there. If you had not noticed. The library is fairly cool, so it's not a bad place to spend the summer. It's kind of nice to sit down and read through a novel or two to unwind a little. Try it. You might be surprised. We get new books in from time to time too, so you never know when you'll stumble across something you haven't read. The library is fairly cool, so it's not a bad place to spend the summer. It's kind of nice to sit down and read through a novel or two to unwind a little. Try it. You might be surprised. It seems the principal is away from the academy today. Makes sense though. With the upcoming Heimdall Summer Festival, I'm sure he has a lot of meetings to attend to. He's a busy man, to be sure. He's always been. Who are you? The nameless. Can't sleep. Gotta get best grades. Ugh. Wow. Yeah, I don't see myself turning into that anytime soon. It seems unlikely, to say the least. Sitting here all by yourself? The tea here is of considerable quality. You're looking pretty comfortable. Have you been coming here often lately? You might say that. I've been caught up in some bothersome circumstances, as it were. Ah? Well, pay it no mind. It's nothing but a trifle, really. I wonder what's going on. Maybe I should ask him? Oh, I really want to just watch over free sleep. Brr. Nope. Time for juices. You know, you can always come to me if you've got something weighing on your mind, Uses. I'm willing to listen or help you out or whatever you need. I really meant it when I said it was just a trifle, but that said, having you around may make things easier when they arrive. Juices casually invited Rean to join him for a cup of tea, and together they sat down to relax. Nothing's more relaxing than a good cup of tea. I'm kind of surprised you treated me, though. Think nothing of it. Consider it an advance payment of sorts. See, that sounds ominous when I don't know what you're paying me for. And here they come. Patrick's little dog's nice. Good day. It appears our paths have crossed once again. Is this one of your friends from Class VII? That he is. They're upper class second years, from what I can tell. Oh, second years. If you have business with me, I'd appreciate if you made it brief. Well, how shall I put this? We just wanted to ask you once again if you'd be interested in accompanying us to the salon? Ah, now I get it. As I've told you before, I'm afraid I have little interest in spending the day being pampered. And as you can see, I have a prior arrangement with a friend of mine. I see. Well, terribly sorry to interrupt. But should you have a change of heart, we would love to see you there. You could even bring your friend along if you'd like. The upper class second years slouched off toward the salon with a look of disappointment on their faces. So, I see people have started inviting you up to the salon again? Indeed, while I was able to dissuade them for a while, it seems as though they've all steeled themselves for another salvo. I found that the heftier the noble is, the easier and more satisfying it is to reject their invitation. Finding the words to decline more subdued ones, like the ones we just spoke to, is much more difficult. So, you used me as an excuse to keep them away. Clever. I don't think those two had any ulterior motives, though. They just looked like they wanted to talk to you. If that were the case, then there would be no reason to invite me to the salon now, would there? Inviting you someplace exclusive is probably tied to their noble pride. People have probably started inviting you again because you're not as hard to approach as you used to be. So this all comes back to you then. Yeah, I don't know about that. But more importantly, why don't you take them up on their offer sometime? The salon might be full of snooty people, but I'm sure there'll be more students like them who simply want to talk to you. Perhaps I will if the motivation strikes, but you'll be accompanying me if I do. I'm not so sure. Bond with juices strengthened to level 3. What do you have? Counterattack? Yes. I still have no interest in the salon, but I wouldn't be against going in now and then if you were to accompany me. He's got real nice. Cool. By the way, I just noticed Rean's third level of link attack is cover. That fits his personality quite well, seeing as they're as his sword master, as the sword master himself scolded him about always putting others in front of him or putting others first, so he takes a hit for them, and that fits his personality quite well. All the other ones, the counterattacks and the TR bombs, they're basically random, pretty random, but the cover is special for Rean, which is cool. Here's Crow. My son Greg is a good kid. He's polite and smart, so I'm sure he'll do well in the capital. He's not the best chef, though, so that when the time comes, I'm going to have to do something about that. That kid's due for a culinary crash course. He'll have no problem making a name for himself in the capital after I'm done with him. Oh boy, poor kid. My son works in Heimdallr, so he must be pretty busy these days. The number of customers in the shops and restaurants over there always spikes when the summer festival rolls around. And he works as a chef at a little coffee shop over there. I hope he'll be able to keep up with all of it. With it all? Greg at the coffee shop. I'll remember that. We will meet Heimdallr. We will meet him in Heimdallr. My son works over in Heimdallr. I'm sure he must be busy at this time of year, but I hope he's doing well. Man, if only we could bet on the races, I'd be rolling out of here on a wave of Mira. Watching them's fun enough, but it's just not the same without cash on the line, you know what I mean? Well, we'll just have to deal with it. Rules are rules, unfortunately. But speaking of, I read something very interesting in a magazine the other day. Interesting, you say? I'm all ears. Now, this is a contest practically tailor-made for me. They've got a pretty fancy reward for the lucky winner, too. I'd be an idiot to let this chance pass. Man, Crow really does love his horse racing. He dove right in. Can't say I blame him, though. The summer races are the horse racing event of the year. Now, this is a contest practically tailor-made for moi. Hey, I hope Emma enjoys my book. But even more than that, I hope that she and I will be able to join forces and create them together one day. Yeah. Her cheeks are blushed. Emma, if you were staring at those pages any harder, you'd burn a hole through them. Reading them, how do I explain this? Dorothy asked me to proofread this manuscript of hers, you see? Sounds like a rough job. Couldn't help but notice you're looking a little red, though. Are you feeling alright? I'm feeling perfectly fine. This manuscript definitely isn't full of salacious imagery either. Say what now? Anyway, I'm doing fine, so there's no need to worry. I'm perfectly okay. Couldn't be better. This manuscript is full of totally unobjectionable content, too. Strike. Stefan. You want us to put our clubs on the line? It'll make things simpler, you see. If you lose, then the lower class club will cease to exist. And while I can't see it ever happening, if we lose, then we'll leave the upper class club. Only one will stand. Now, hold on a minute. There has to be some reason to this. We didn't ask for your opinion. There has to be some other way to handle this. We didn't ask for your opinion. We members of the upper class chess club have already reached our conclusion. The match will take place 1 month from now. I suggest you start prepping. I'd hoped that the club members here would have learned their place by now, but they're actually approaching competence. We're going to have to nip this in the bud by showing them just what the upper class chess club is capable of. That new student joining the lower class chess club has resulted in the power balance between us starting to change. We need to put an end to this before they can start nipping at our heels. Why do we have to put our clubs on the line? All I want to do is play chess and have fun. It might be understandable. Alright. Gone fishing. Kenneth. When I think of swimming pools, the first thing that comes to mind is drowning. And when I think of drowning, I cannot help but think of ghosts. I can hardly wait for swimming lessons to begin. Oh, good lord. Just a ray of sunshine, aren't you, Beryl? I do enjoy swimming lessons. I'm afraid I cannot swim, though. What? Don't even. Don't even.
Oh, Rean, did you get the request list?
I sure did. I'm actually working through it right now.
Glad to hear it. I was half asleep on my way to the academy this morning, so I wasn't totally sure if I'd put them in your mailbox or not.
What did you do tonight?
I take my work home all the time, but the sleep deprivation is really starting to get to me.
Have you ever heard of this phenomenon called a burnout? It happens when you completely overwork yourself. Wait, you're saying you deliver them personally first thing in the morning?
That's right. I dropped them off on my way to the academy.
On your way? Your dorm is anything but on your way to the academy from ours. Our dorm is anything but on your way to the academy from yours. It's in the opposite direction. I had no idea you were going that far out of your way for me.
Oh, it's really no problem. You're always helping us out, so it's the least I can do. Well then, good luck today.
Thanks. I still feel bad making her go out of her way for me. I'll have to work extra hard to make up for it. I really appreciate all the help, Rean. Brace yourselves for some serious work. That is an extremely unhealthy lifestyle. I'm not in support of that. I am definitely not in support of that. Alright. Before we manhandle Rex, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope I'll see you in the next episode as well. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, toodles!